I think you've mentioned it about every time you've talked about how many playmakers this offense has, and you saw some different guys step up today with Pollard and Washington and those guys. How much has this offense grown in the last year?
I think it's grown tremendously. I've always said, like you said, we've got explosive players, and our two most explosive players probably weren't playing. So that just shows you. I think people saw today the depth that we have, and just the vast amount of playmakers that we can put on the field. That's great for us. It's great to have those guys, and just to see everyone's, like Brian was saying earlier, everyone's just more comfortable in the system being a year in, and you can really see that.
Jake, you had the touchdown passes, but you look like you were most excited when Tyson went in for his touchdown. What can he bring to this offense?
He's very explosive runner. He runs very angry, and he's a good complement to Rico. Both of those guys, they're special players. It was fourth down when he scored, so that's why I was a little excited. But they're both great players, and Tyson's doing a great job.
Jake, you showed a lot of emotion with the fist pump after several plays. What is that kind of the same emotion you show generally during practice, or because you're out there in the stadium wrapping up spring in front of a crowd? Is it kind of do you get maybe a little bit more juiced up for that?
You definitely get more juiced up, but the thing about it is, if you only show the passion on game day or when people see you, my teammates are going to see through that. You know what I'm saying? I pride myself on bringing the energy every day, whether it's a workout or a meeting or at practice. So, I think it's infectious to the whole team. When they see me or any other guy just being real passionate, running over somebody for a few extra yards or just getting excited, I think it's really infectious. So, I try to do that every day. Bring that passion, but definitely being in the stadium definitely cranks it up a notch.
Headed into your second season now with the team, what's that like in terms of your confidence going out onto the field as a leader in the quarterback position?
I'm definitely in a different role this year. As that leader now. Last year I was just trying to come in and do my best really. But this year there's more pressure on us because we've been here a year, so people are going to expect more. But really, it's nothing different for us as an offense. We just got to go out there and execute our game plan and just get better every day.
Jake, not that the defense last fall didn't give you good practice looks, but the Sky being back, did he bring a different level for you to kind of have to maneuver around during practice?
Oh, for sure. Every day he was a factor in practice. It got to the point, Reed told us to throw it here, but Sky's there, and he's just so smart. He's able to take his coaching and kind of tweak it a little bit because he's so smart. If he has to cover, curl a flat, but he sees a flat route first, he's going to jump it. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's so smart. He's a great player, and it's hard to go against him.
Jake, how do you ignore all this noise? I mean, some people, a year ago, you left high school a bit earlier, you came in. Obviously, your dad's one of the coaches on the staff. How do you ignore all that and now be the starting quarterback at South Carolina?
Really just surround myself with my teammates and coaches. All my teammates are, with me, and if you surround yourself with people that have the same goal, you really don't hear anything else. We're all, working to get better and working to beat the East and win the state. That's everybody's mindset in the team. So just having that one mindset, you're able to block everything else out.
Jake, what did you see from Ortre this spring, and do you think he'll make a difference on the field in the fall?
Definitely. I think he definitely make a difference on the field. He still got some learning to do, just as far as the plays. He's a bright guy, but asking a guy to come in and learn the whole offense in 3 weeks is gonna be tough for anybody. But he's a great player, and I think he's really gonna help us. He's a big body, so he's able to use his body really well. And as he can just continues to get stronger and faster, he's really gonna be special.
Jake, before the spring began, you told me that you were excited just to get through this first full season, be able to experience now that it's done and know we're in the immediacy of it. But how do you feel looking back on the growth this team experienced in these 15 practices?
It's invaluable to us because, every day Coach Muschamp just drilled in us, you get better or worse every day. And I think a lot of the guys took that to heart. And you can see the improvements made from last season to the first practice, and then from the first practice to the spring game through a bunch of the guys. And I've seen it mostly with the O linemen. Coach Wolford's doing a great job, and they kind of got that edge back to them. I mean, today I know we ran a lot of plays, but we had a bunch of rushing yards. Let's see here what we have. We had 157 rushing yards on the black with 19 carries. So I'm not a math genius, but I'm pretty sure that's a pretty good average there. So they're doing a great job, and just everyone's continuing to get better.
One more, Chris. Last one.
Before you go, what's your plans for the game tonight?
I don't know. I might go hang out with Hayden. He said we'll have some guys over there to watch the game, so that'd be fun. And it's great to see the girls win last night, and I think we've already beat Mississippi State before, so we can do it again and win national championship. And then the guys do it, and then it's our turn. And that is true. What Brian and they were talking about earlier, the excitement that they're bringing to our school is great for us. And now it's our time to shine and time to make something happen.
Jay.
Sir.